But let's go down here. Do you hear that? That was a Geodude. Or a Geodudette. But of course, like that Team Rocket Grunt that we passed said, this floor is full of traps. So there are 3 Pokemon that appears in these traps. And Geodude, of course, is one of them. I think we're getting more... You know, it's funny that we're getting more experience than these Pokemon, you know, from the Team Rocket Pokemon. Now we encounter a Voltorb. Personally, I don't want to catch any of these Pokemon, so I'm just going to go ahead and fight them just to get the extra experience. And these Pokemon will keep appearing in a couple of these tiles, so I think I might as well go ahead and clear them all out just to get the extra experience. I mean, hey, that's more experience than, you know, like the Rattatas that we keep dealing with. So now, here's a Coughing. And these are the 3 Pokemon that we will be encountering throughout every single one of these traps. Just a Geodude, Voltorb, and Coughing. And like I said, I'm going to fight every single one of them, just to get the experience. And besides, the amount of experience that we get are actually pretty good. And that's a Voltorb. I do believe the Pokemon that you find on these tiles will have the exact same levels. Like, of course, Voltorb has level 23. Screech! My Voltorb just used Screech! And of course, another easy victory for Lapras. Eevee should be getting close to leveling up. That was a Geodude. It's another Geodudette. And you know what? I should probably go ahead and change my Lapras to a different Pokemon, because of course I gotta share all the experience with my Pokemon. I got to do it. Let's switch. Let's go Quilava. Excuse me. I guess the sound of the coughing not only makes you cough, but it makes you sneeze as well. It's like I was anticipating a coughing was going to come out, so... Hence why I sneezed. No, but really, that's not the reason why, but... It sure seems like it, though. Self-destruct! That's a... Oh, that's a... Stop! Oh, stop! Phew! I really wish Eevee would just level up. Maybe I should just back off with Quilava, because I want to, you know, just deal with these Pokemon so that way they don't... I mean, especially Coughing, since of course Coughing has Self-Destruct. Self-Destruct can be a pretty scary move. I mean, of course it makes the opponent Pokemon faint, but it can deal pretty heavy damage to you as well. So, I really don't want to risk it. Alright, Coughing, take that. Self-destruct again! Alright, I should just take down all these Pokemon with just a single turn, but I just thought it would be better to just share the experience with all the Pokemon I got. Alright, Eevee grew to level 23. Awesome. Now, Eevee's trying to learn Quick Attack. Obviously a better move than Tackle, and hey, it's an offensive move. I mean, of course you gotta have the offensive moves. I'll go ahead and get rid of Stand Attack. I'll get rid of Stand Attack for Quick Attack. Alright, so now Eevee's at level 23. I'll go ahead and take that experience share off of Eevee. There might be a time where I might re-equip it on her, but now, not right now. But of course we gotta keep on clearing out these Pokemon. Keep on clearing them out. So here's a Voltorb. And I could just went the same direction that I went to fight all those Team Rocket Grunts to completely skip all this, but like I said, this is great. This is great to get the extra experience. I mean, 338, that's still pretty, you know, that's still not bad. So I'm just gonna go through all these rows, go through all these rows and just completely clear them out. And I guess Lapras may be the best, you know, Pokemon I got that can deal with every single one of these with a single hit, especially Coughing. Because I think Coughing is probably the Pokemon that kind of scares me out of the three. Of course, it has Self-Destruct. And of course, like the statues, you only deal with these Pokemon once. But you know, there's actually there's this little thing to where I can't really tell what Pokemon's going to appear on what tile, because obviously the strategy guide doesn't point out which Pokemon appears on what specific tile. It only points out that, of course, Geodude, Voltorb, and Coughing appear in these tiles. That's it. So there's no way of telling, hey, we actually ran into a dude this time around. So an easy Surf attack, take you down in one blow. I mean, hey, we're just about to get Lapras up to level 30. And that's another Geodude. Unless it really is a dude. Yes, it is. Alright, so I was right. I keep thinking like I have to call it either between Geodude or Geodude. I mean, of course, there's no such thing as a Geodude, but I mean, it just doesn't make sense to call a female Geodude, you know, a dude. But then why call it a Geodude in the first place? I understand that, of course, Geodude is a first-gen Pokemon. It wasn't around during the whole gender mechanic in Gold, Silver, and Crystal, of course, this game. Well, I mean, the only Pokemon that had the different genders were the Nidorans. Nidoran male, and Nidoran female. But I mean, give me a break. I just don't think it makes sense to call a female Geodude just Geodude, even though it has the term dude in its name. But then again, hey, that's probably just me saying that. I mean, but hey, I think it makes sense. I think it makes perfect sense. Alright, so I took care of you. Lapras level 30. Alright. Just racking up a very good amount of experience. I need to definitely switch out. Let's see. Let's get Nidoking back in here. Nidoking can really put the thrashing to these enemy Pokemon. Quite literally. So now we got a Voltorb. So let us give it a little thrash. Thrash! One hit, baby. That was a Coughing. So, probably gonna be another easy victory for my Nidoking. Ah, not even a single Thrash took care of it. Okay, at least it did not use Self-Destruct. Instead, it used its Smog attack. But not much you can really do with a Smog attack there, buddy. Not much. Because you're face to face with the king. You get another Voltorb. You know, I wonder what the idea was to have a Pokemon that, you know, looks almost completely identical to a Pokeball. I mean, I guess, you know, Pokeballs are so mainstream, they had to think that, you know, a Voltorb was just to be a way to completely fool people. Oh, you know, it's just making you think, oh, that's a Pokeball. Nope, I'm really a Voltorb underneath, so I gotcha. Okay, so I know what to do against a Geodude. We give it a double kick. Oh, I guess it's gonna survive a double kick. Yes, it does. With 1 HP and a Dream. Oh, Magnitude. Okay. Oh. Still, that's gonna hurt. Magnitude 9? Stop! Yeah. Probably a bad idea to have Nidoking, because of course we're going to be dealing with Geodude. Because Poison-type Pokemon are weak against, Poison-type Pokemon are weak against Ground-type moves, so that's probably not the best idea. So it looks like I have to stick with Lapras after all. But luckily for us, we're on the last tile of Pokemon. Luckily for us. So what we see is what we get on this last tile. And that'll be all the trap Pokemon that we have to deal with. Yeah, I find that very odd that Voltorb is faster than my Lapras. I find that pretty odd. But I guess it really doesn't matter. Good night, Voltorb. There's a coughing. Coughing! You know, sometimes I think the names of these Pokemon are, are like the perfect names for them. You know, of course, coughing, coughing in its evolved form, seem like they're, of course they're based off of actual terms like actual coughing. Hey, smoke comes out of coughing, so that makes perfect sense. We got another Voltorb. It's just so good to be... Oh, Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom's that attack that always does 20 damage, so... So I guess it's not that too much of a problem for me anymore. Because of course not to Lapras. Because Lapras has a lot of HP. But anyway, I was about to say, it's good to be getting back into these classic Pokemon games. I need to do just more Pokemon games, period. Okay, so here's our last Pokemon that we can encounter here on these traps. It's this female Geodude. And hey, after this, we can at last finally give Lapras a little break. Because Lapras, of course, has been the Pokemon I was used to clear out these traps. And that is all the Pokemon that we can run into on these tiles. So, that's every single one of them. And luckily, here's a little portal that we could use. If we step on it, we can go right back to the entrance. But what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to go ahead and take care of this last statue. Alright, so this is the last one that we have to deal with just these two, Team Rocket Grunts, period. So, I know it may seem really time-consuming to have to keep doing these repetitive battles, but anything that involves getting us a very good amount of experience is worth it. And sometimes I like to show... Oh, man, I didn't even take care of Drowsy. Disable! You disabled my bite attack! Well, you have to test my luck with Confuse Ray. I know it may be, seem like I'm doing a, way too time-consuming with, showing every single fight of the, every one of these fights, but I just like to show everything around and, just show the environment and, what happens at what location and whatnot. Oh, so that's how much Leech Life can actually do. I was wanting to be careful about all that. Well, okay then. But since Team Rocket Grunt's going to switch to a Zubat, I may as well go and just stick with Golbat. And I forgot, Bite is still disabled. Of course, the moves are disabled for a few turns, so it's no biggie. But then again, oh, now that Zubat decides to use Confuse Ray. Oh boy. So, the only offensive move I can use at this point is Leech Life. Okay, good. Golbat did not hit herself. And of course, Leech Life's the only move I can use. And that was a critical hit. Hey, it's better than nothing. Come on, Zubat. Yes, it hit itself! Still disabled. Oh, so, it will say whether the move will be disabled or not. And hey, we got Leech Life, so that's pretty good. We were able to be undisabled and snap out of confusion at the same time, so that's awesome. And hey, it hit itself again, too. Really proud of my Golbat for coming through. Really, really proud. I'm proud of you, Golbat. I'm really proud of you. Yes, you did fail. You failed at a lot of things, actually. Alright. Then there's you. You. You! Of course, it's gonna start off with a Zubat. But at least the thing is, this is the last, Rocket, the last of the Rocket Grunt trap statues that we have to deal with. I want to go ahead and get Golbat to level 30. Man, even a single bite didn't even take care of that Zubat. Alright, there we go. Level 30 for Golbat. No, Golbat is trying to learn Wing Attack. This move would have been very helpful if we were still doing the Sionwood City Gym, because Wing Attack is a flying type move. I'll get rid of Supersonic. And of course, fighting type Pokemon are weak against flying type attacks, so if I had this back in Sionwood, this would have been very helpful. But now it's time for Golbat to take a little break. And now he's going to switch to his Grimer, so I'm going to switch to Quilava. Of course, I need to have Quilava catch up. I have not been able to use Bellsprout throughout any of these fights. I mean, because, Team Rocket just has a big tendency to use Poison-type Pokemon. Oh, Sludge Attack. That Sludge Attack can be pretty scary. Okay, at least it didn't catch Poison. Very good. And Quilava's so close to leveling up. May as well just keep Quilava in here, so just to deal with this Rattata. Because I want Quilava to get to level 29 as well. Provided it does level up. Okay, down goes Rattata. Ah, it's so close. I should have known. But then again, I really keep expecting that these Rocket Grunts Pokemon were going to be a bit tougher. But it is what it is. But if we go over here, we find a Nugget. It's really good to get that extra 5,000 Poké Dollars. But that's all the statues that we've completely cleared. So that's just five of these Persian statues. But if we go over here, I better switch, because I can't remember if this is actually a fight. But just to make sure. Oh, yes it is. This was once a ninja hideout. There are traps to confound intruders like you. Well, hey, at least we're fighting someone other than a Team Rocket Grunt, but hey, Team Rocket actually recruited these scientists. A scientist named Jed. He starts off with a Magnemite. Pretty, not that much of a good start with my Weeping Bell. Excuse me, if I may have accidentally said Bellsprout, but, still not that good of a start with Weeping Bell, but at least I'm getting Weeping Bell some love here. And most of these scientists will actually rely on, Pokemon like Magnemite. I mean, hey, these Magnemites are a bit higher level than any of the Team Rocket Grunt Pokemon that we fought in here so far. I'm surprised that Vine Whip is still doing considerable amount of damage, despite the fact, of course, Grass-type moves don't work on Steel types. Okay, so that Magnemite just stayed asleep throughout the entire time. Okay. I will gladly take that. I will happily take that. Just extra experience for Weeping Bell. Now he's going to use another Magnemite. Now I'll switch to Quilava, because this is where Quilava... Well, Quilava is one of the more suited Pokemon against the Steel types, of course. But I need to get Quilava to level up. So it's going to be an easy victory for Quilava. Level 29! Yay! And he's going to send out another Magnemite. Let's keep Quilava. Just do another Ember. Another easy Ember attack. And that was a critical hit. Get out of here. Oh well, I didn't even need that critical hit to take down the Magnemite. I get it. You get what? Oh, we got 2,000 Poké Dollars. Alright, I'll divulge a secret about our hideout. That thing on the floor up ahead is a warp panel. If you step on it, you'll be warped back to the entrance. So yeah, that's all he tells us about it. And we found a guard spec, but I don't have any room for items. Well, I could just toss one of these items, but most of these items are really valuable. Well, I could just head right back to the Pokemon Center to deposit items. But anyway, a secret switch. Better press it. That's where you can turn off the security system. That's, of course, the security system to those statues. But of course, since I already dealt with all 5 of the statues, that was just to show it off. So I'll head right back to the Pokemon Center to deposit some items, and to sell the nugget. Because the nugget is, of course, just for selling purposes. Oh, but wait, there's no Pokemon here in, there's no Pokemart here in, Mahogany Town, which I think is stupid. Oh, and I accessed the wrong PC. Okay, so I'll deposit definitely the apricorns. I'll even deposit the Pura Store and Hyper Potions, because I don't really need those. Oh, and Max Potions. And Max Ethers. Definitely the Max Ethers as well. And the Elixirs. And we got 6 Hyper Potions, so I don't really need the Hyper Potions at this point. So let's see, I think we're pretty good on items. I'll go ahead and get rid of the escape rope as well. Or deposit it, rather. Alright. So now it's time to head right back into the HQ. The Team Rocket HQ. And actually there is a hidden item in this floor of the HQ. It's in one of these tiles. And it is the center of the 3rd row of tiles. Right here, we find a revive. So of course revives are always handy to have. And I'm going to want to switch up my lineup. Let's go switch back to Quilava. But of course we go down these steps. There's Lance waiting on us. Are you alright? Your Pokemon are hurt and tired. Here, give them some of my medicine. So, if we come up here, our Pokemon will be completely healed. We didn't even have to go to the Pokemon Center. Chris, let's give it our best for Pokemon. For all Pokemon. Alright. So I'm gonna go ahead and save right here, because of course doing all that on the, the first floor of that, of this HQ really did take a lot of time. So, but anyway, now we're gonna be dealing with a lot more battles, and hey, they're not gonna be repetitive, I promise you.